Hi, and welcome to Section 2, Understanding SVG. This section is a brief introduction to SVG, and you will learn how to create simple shapes. If you're familiar with the basic concepts, feel free to skip this section or take the quiz and test your knowledge. Before we start coding our graphs, we have to be familiar with the SVG formats. But wait, what is actually an SVG? Well, SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. SVG images can be created and edited with any text editor, and that's why we downloaded a text editor in the previous section. But it can also be done with drawing software. All major modern web browsers have SVG rendering support, so if you're using Google Chrome or Safari, you won't have any problem. The SVG specification defines 14 functional areas or feature sets that you can see in the right part of your screen. In this course, we are going through paths, basic shapes like rectangles, circles, line, then text, color, interactivity, linking, and animation. Here is an example of an SVG. Take a moment, pause the video, read the code, and try to understand it. Did you find out what shapes you get? The code produces a rectangular, a circle, and some lines. We already know SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. But wouldn't it be even better if we also knew what exactly we meant by these words? Vector is an image generated through math equations and commands. It can be scaled to be smaller or larger, and it will never become pixelated. The advantage to use SVG images is clear. But there is also one disadvantage. SVG images requires a lot of resources. For a detailed image, you would need a lot of power to generate it. SVG is primarily used for creating animations or web graphics. So I want to make one important note since we will be using D3. D3 will take care of doing the heavy lifting. SVG images can get complex really fast, especially when your data is complex and big. The purpose of D3 is to make things easier for you. So far we covered what is an SVG, how you can use it, what are the disadvantages and advantages of it.